everyone, welcome to Angela's janky YouTube video. This will be the first, the only, and the last YouTube video I will ever probably make. So, why are you here? Why am I here? I don't know, but let's dive in. Today we will discuss what have I been doing? Where am I going? When am I going? I honestly don't know or didn't know up until literally like a week ago, aka a month before my program. So for those of you who are aware or unaware, I will be leaving Boston after a long yet short 3.5 years to finally pursue my dream as a healthcare provider. I'll be attending Thomas Jefferson and Philadelphia University's joint PA program, and it starts by the time this is out, honestly, in like 2-3 weeks, which is kind of crazy, and orientation is probably in just a week after this is coming out. Wahoo! So this has been a 10+ year dream in the making, and after a lot of tears, monies that I don't have, deliberation, I can't believe I finally made it! Well, I guess I won't have really made it until I get my degree. And then after that, I guess I won't really have made it until I get my first job. But baby steps, Ange, or adult steps, I don't know, either one, whichever you prefer. So here's the plan for me so far. I have a soft move out date on July 15th, and I'll explain what that means in just a second. My summer session finally begins July 20th, which is the Monday, so I have 5 days to get situated and whatnot, and it will be virtual. They're giving me like half-assed answers as to whether we'll be in the lab or not, which I particularly don't mind seeing. But so yeah, so why I said the soft move out is because I have a hard move out date of August 28th, which is when my lease here is up, and someone else will be taking my shoebox of a room.
It's literally so small.
And so I'm actually paying double rent July and August, hashtag living outside my tax bracket, hashtag one time only please. But yeah, that is my plan for now. So let's move on to the real reason of this video. Okay, so now that the logistics are out of the way, here is the real reason for the video. And side note, I will leave a lot of time markers down below.
If you don't want to listen to it all, because honestly I'll probably be rambling and it doesn't maybe apply to all of you, or if you want to hear me ramble for minutes and minutes and minutes, be my guest.
I don't have a prize for you except maybe a hug, and I don't know if you want that because of COVID-19. So no matter how long I've known you, whether it's been literally just a few weeks before Corona, or my whole time here, or half the time here, whatever, you guys have been such an integral part of my Boston experience. Flashback moment. I remember wanting to move to Boston so badly after I graduated, and then I finally made it come true February 2017. And I thought at that time, like, oh my gosh, I'm sick and tired of Philadelphia. I'm not even working. All I'm doing is studying and maybe traveling here and there. So yeah, I really thought the move was the answer to my joy and happiness. But honestly, the first 3 to 4 months that I got here, I went home crying every day after work, and it was partly because I was frustrated as to why I felt that way. Also, like Boston blues, like that's when I'm coming in and moving to a new place. And yeah, I don't know. So I was kind of shocked to find that after this very much anticipated move, that I felt lonely, which kind of makes sense, but I did know a handful of people here. So yeah, I guess it really wasn't the location that was supposed to make me happy, or so I thought, and it was actually you guys that have really made this place super enjoyable. I grew my family at work, at home, aka with a various group of roommates, Cornerstone. And honestly, the last 3.5 years, with everything that's gone on locally, globally, and personally, it's gone by like that, but also it felt like a million, bajillion, quadrillion eons, if you know what I'm saying, for those who know my struggles. All self-induced, self-inflicted, all self-inflicted. yeah, so I've gone through the lowest of lows. Thank you to my noggin.
Thank you, my stupid brain cells.
But also the highest of highs that a girl could experience in her mid-20s. Okay, early and mid-20s. Honestly, y'all, I just tried to do the beginning of that video without looking at my notes, but I can't. I'm not that advanced yet. I don't know what I was trying to achieve. With that being said, I will be looking down every now and then, which is honestly probably fine. You guys probably didn't even notice the effort I was putting into it, honestly. But anyways, okay. What am I saying in this? Tracking personal growth is a difficult thing to do most of the time because, you know, I can't just really check in on myself on a day-by-day basis. It's more so like a month-by-month check-in, every quarter, every half a year, and most importantly, every year. And it takes that much time to see where I was, where I've come from, and who I am today because of my past experiences, not just within Boston, but for the sake of this video, just within Boston, I guess. But as I triple fast forward throughout my various seasons and years up in Boston, I really can't help but feel my net emotion as being really thankful and grateful for those who have contributed to my tornado-like experience here so far. 1. To my 16ers. Thank you to my 16ers. I guess this was my first mini family at Boston. I think it would have been really difficult without you guys to transition here and find fellow peers that I could do life with who are actually in the same boat as me, which I actually didn't think was the case when I first came. I remember my first potluck, shout out to Vivian. I sat down with her at Eichmann and Saban's place, and I remember like thinking like, oh my gosh, like everyone went to college together. I got here mid-year. I don't know anyone and I'm never gonna find any friends. And then Vivian told me she moved like that September, and I was like, oh my god, kindred soul, like please be my friend, don't leave my side. So we sat in that corner next to like that big armchair all night just talking. And that's really when I got my first sense of community through our really big class. We were literally a force. And yeah, after a few years out of post-grad, 16ers is like half dead or maybe just like not as lit, and like every now and then we'll talk in there, like very infrequently. I will forever remember our million potlucks, our 1,000,001 game nights, just random meetups. And I don't know if you guys remember, but Word Up Wednesday low-key gave me life in the middle of the week. So thank you for being my first taste of community and what family looks like within Cornerstone. 2. Thank you to my past CGs. Each year I grew more and more in love with the different families that I had the opportunity to be a part of. And as if I couldn't have challenged myself even more, I finally fulfilled a dream. Half-dream? Bucket list item that I thought I'd never be able to do until I got to lead #LTT this past year with Stephanie and Julie. Oddly, it was a lot easier leading than I thought. For those of you who don't know, I say that I'm a little boy, and I never would have thought I would have led an all-women CG, but there I was, taking part in sharing, crying, laughing, being a bum. And yeah, and maybe I'm a tad bit more girly now? I don't know. I don't think girly should be the term. I'm just more me. 3. Where do I begin with worship ministry? Guys, when I say serving is so important, it's important because it's so life-giving. Worship ministry probably was the main factor that made me feel an integral part of the church, and I finally felt like I was part of the bigger community after being able to serve with one another. Through that, I actually felt more and more at home. 4. To my roommates of past and present, Lynn, Jade, Becky, Baba, Huge. Oh my gosh, am I missing anyone? Probably no one important. Just kidding, I think those are it. Congratulations on living with my moody ass, messy ass, loud, can't wake myself up ass. When people tell me their crazy roommate stories, I don't really have anything to give back to them. And then as I'm writing this, I had a brief thought like,
what if I don't have any because I tend to be the crazy roommate?
I'll never know. And that's okay. But like, for those I just listed, can you let me know? 5. I'm thankful for great leadership. So the last bit I'm really thankful for is really good leadership and spiritual figures for helping me through the stupid and dark times, all self-inflicted. So I remember telling Danny I was so nervous to join worship ministry, especially after reading that contract, which I signed, but I forgot to hand it this past year. But yeah, I was just telling him how I was nervous because I didn't want to disappoint anyone, and I'm prone to messing up and being weak to my willpower with a lot of different things that you guys might know. And then also my tendency to kind of run away when things get tough. But yeah, he was just really encouraging, and now he's my #1 papa. And I'm so glad to have forged this relationship with him where, I don't know, he's just a comfortable pastor and friend that I get to look up to. And I probably should be a little bit more not me when I text him or talk to him, but I don't know, that's the beauty of it. And then I remember with Hojin, one big thing I remember is when he came up to me and asked me if I would be okay with leading a women's CG. And I was just like, me?
Me? Me? A little boy, me?
I'm inadequate. I am not anywhere womanly. Who would have thought me of all people? And even throughout the year, I would tell some of my college friends or even some other members that I was leading a women's CG, and they'd be like, oh, what? I'm just like, I know. And now I'm thinking back to college Angie, she'd just be like, oh my gosh. And then I remember, I mean, I cry to Pastor Bill all the time, but then there's this one season where I was taking a bunch of classes online and they were self-paced. So I was like, great, like I can finish them as quickly as I want or like give myself breaks if I need to. And I would call him crying because I was sad that I would be upset that I left the course, that whole 4-month course, to be done in 2 weeks. I never thought I would have to do all-nighters again, like let alone not even while in school. And y'all, that was literally one of the worst times like that I can remember related to studying. But yeah, I would call him, I would text him, and I'd be like, I'm crying so much, like and I would just like tell him how miserable I was, except it was all my fault. So even that I felt really dumb. But I remember one night, it was like kind of late, I think it was past midnight, and he was like, Angie, do you want me to come over and sit with you? And I was like, I'm not letting you drive all the way over because I'm crying because I'm upset that I brought this all on myself. But thank you, and I love you very much. He didn't scold me, he didn't nag at me, and that moment kind of is just ingrained in my brain and how he responded. Powerful. Powerful. But anyways, I love the 3 men very, very much. It was the first time I actually forged a relationship with my pastors. And honestly, it's gonna be very difficult leaving. How am I supposed to live down there without them? But yeah, they're the ones that saw me fail, grow, fail, grow a little bit more, and fail. But very thankful for their patience and their perseverance to see me finally sprout from being a seed. But yeah, just thank you so much to my Boston community. I don't think I've felt the term bittersweet more in my life than now. Please feel free to schedule a virtual hangout with me for those who are comfortable. I'm perfectly fine with the socially distant viewing. That sounds morbid, not viewing, but you know what I mean. And honestly, if I'm being real, I'm down to hang out in person and give you many, many hugs.
Is that not COVID compliant? I don't know.
Honestly, it's been so hard because I'm such like a physical, touchy person. And also, side note, I think that's why I've been MIA, because it's just like I'm very all or nothing. And if I can't touch you or hang out with you physically, then like, I don't know. it's just hard. Please feel free to forward this along to anyone who you think that I might have not sent it to, or anyone that would like to watch this stupid long video of me saying goodbye to everyone. But yeah, it's not a goodbye, it's a farewell, and I'll be visiting a lot, and honestly, it's probably gonna be like I never even left for at least like the first 6 months. Bye! See you later.